Hi, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Andy, and I am really excited today to introduce to you one of my longest-term friends in business here in Chula Vista, Michael Monaco with SP Elevate. Michael, welcome to the set.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate that.
Well, I specifically want to thank you for being a sponsor for the upcoming event on Saturday, January 31st, the Wellness Expo at Casa Hacienda. You know, Ricky has been putting a lot of effort along with his team on getting like vendors, sponsors, people to talk. We're doing a panel, we're doing demonstrations, all about wellness. And you guys are part of that too, Kevin and you with SB Elevate. So thank you.
You bet. Yes, we actually have one of our board members, Tina, who will be a panelist. And talk about wellness in the community, wellness in the environment. She's a fabulous person, so she'll have a lot to offer on the panel, and you don't want to miss that.
So I know we are going to have Tina in here as well. We have her actually scheduled to come in and do one of these as well. But I wanted, with you today, I wanted to specifically talk about, business wellness in Chula Vista. Part of what we're doing on the 31st is talk about financial wellness. We're talking about personal wellness and fitness, like how we're taking care of ourselves or our loved ones. And then business fitness and wellness and how that makes the whole neighborhood and community like thrive more easily and better. You've been in business here a long time. And I want to have you talk about why you think it's so important for us to take these kind of efforts to elevate the experience we have in Chula Vista as business.
Well, in the business community, especially the small business, which you're right, it's the backbone of our economy in South Bay. There's a struggle. And the struggle is you have a very high failure rate in small businesses, and that can be prevented. In our research, both myself in marketing as a business banker and a business owner, we've uncovered the reasons why small businesses fail. And there's basically three reasons why. Number one, lack of plan. Many businesses just don't have a plan. So they really don't know where they're going and what the right next step is. Number two, they're undercapitalized. They have some money or no money, but never enough money. And if they don't, what happens? They get along the process of business and then they just run out of money, which means they're out of business. And the third is management. A lot of people go into businesses that they think is a good idea, but have no experience, or they hire somebody to run their business and they don't have experience. And then eventually that catches up. So we really want to kind of intersect and intercept those causes before they become a problem. So SB Elevate's mission is really to coach and advocate for small businesses and their success. However, there is a process and there is a plan. So when we work with a small business, the first thing we ask for, and we pretty much require this before we go any further, is a business plan. Because that really shares their game plan of what they want to do. And is it the right game plan? Then we make sure the other things fall into place. When you do that, you have a higher probability of success.
Yeah, I think that something that puts people off in business is the work.
Yeah.
It might sound oversimplified, but like, oh, hey, that sounds like a lot of work. I'm not sure. Well, hold on. You're trying to be successful in this place. You want to have this outcome or whatever, but you don't want to do the work. That's not going to go very well for you. But also is a very humbling exercise. Like, okay, if I were to really put pen to paper, what are we on paper? What are we doing? Where are we going? How are we going to get there? How are we going to measure whether we're making successful strides or not? And then what are we going to do if we're not? And if we are, then what does that mean for us for scale and growth and all that kind of thing? And even to the degree of social impact. I mean, part of what's happening on the 31st is for businesses who are at scale to talk about the social impact of being at scale. How can you be a contributor in the neighborhood? Do you have a local nonprofit that you're connected to in a corporate relationship kind of sense? So, but when you go upstream from all of that stuff, it's having a plan, starting, being honest about where you're at and where you aren't, and then making those meticulous steps along the way.
Right. It's important to kind of identify really what is SB Elevate's purpose. Because some people think of us as another networking organization. We do network. Some people think of us like another chamber. No, we're not a chamber. Think of us as an organization that is at the beginning. So we want to work with small businesses, whether they're already existing or they want to start. And we want to show them a pathway to success so they can be a productive member of, let's say, a BNI or of a Chamber of Commerce or other networking organizations, because you've seen it. You've been in those organizations. You've met wonderful people who just started a business and they're gung-ho and they're excited and they're all in. And then a year later, they're gone. And then you see them and you ask them what happened. And they say one of those three reasons I just mentioned is why they're out of business. We want to calm that, and we want to, when a business succeeds, it shares. It hires more people, which brings more employment to our community, gives them more resources to give back to nonprofits and organizations, and they demonstrate why South Bay is such a great place to do business. So it's an all-win situation when it's done right.
So, something that people who know us know we share this in common. People who don't know us don't know that our love and passion for spirited driving, lest I say speeding, the spirited drive, but sports cars, and there's an analogy coming.
I thought you were going to say our barber.
Yeah, our barber. That also same guy. Our love and passion for cars is very analogous to this. It's like, hey, you can be a first year driver. I can hand you the keys to a Ferrari. You're probably going to crash that thing.
Right.
If you don't know what you're doing, or you're over confident and you're just exuberant without a plan,
right,
and exuberant without training and some experience, you could probably be a lot more risk to yourself and others. The same is true for business too. You have to have your first year, and if your first year feels like it's your first year, great. Your second year should feel a little better. Your third should be a little better. Right. There should be a progression of that maturity into that space.
And how do you measure that? And I think measuring that is through mentorship, which is one of the things that SB Elevate offers, is we come alongside you and we're there when you need us. We don't force ourselves on you. We don't interject into you. We're kind of like a smorgasbord. You come to us for some things, you don't need us for others. But the most important thing is that you're humble enough to reach out and say, I'm kind of stuck. I need help. The whole idea of SB Elevate was birthed from the idea of, who do you know? Kevin Marshall, myself, who pretty much put this together. We put it together because we were both stepping into retirement, but we didn't want to leave the small business world. And we believed we were so blessed by the successes we had as a small business, we wanted to give back. So a lot of this is the pay it forward and giving back mentality. Mm-hmm. But for our members, our board, Kevin and I, a day wouldn't go by when somebody wouldn't call and say, hey, Michael, Kevin, who you know?
Yeah.
So we took that philosophy and said, why don't we just put it into an organization? So now when people say, Michael, Kevin, who do you know? We can say, well, we know this person, we know this organization, and we can kind of structure it more as an organization that is there solely to serve selflessly our small business community. And by the way, if you're a small business and you need help, call us. Surprisingly, when we offer advice and support, it's free. Yeah. We don't charge for a consultation with us. Ricky's a very good example. When Ricky first launched this over a year ago, he and I sat down and we talked about his vision for this organization. And I must say, Ricky is doing an incredible job with Casa.
Yeah.
It has gone along. It's such a unique concept.
It is, but it's working.
It is.
It's working.
That's the beauty of it. But Ricky is a good example of somebody who is coachable. It's somebody who says, hey, can you help me with this? How do I do this? Where can I go to find resources?
Yeah. So, and I'm glad you said that. I'm really glad you said it unprompted too, because this is a very good living example of how a business vision for Chula Vista or whatever place you find yourself watching this from meets with experience that's local, that has authority and expertise and is trusted already, who will tell you, do these things, avoid those things. Right. And when those are listened to and then applied, amazing things can happen. It's not just yes, Ricky's exuberant. Yes, Ricky has a lot of energy. Yes, he's got a big grand vision, but the execution of those things and the reliance on listening to people around the community that have, I'll say, forged these paths already, I think has tremendously contributed to the success of Casa Hacienda already in just its infancy stage still. And that's also crazy for me to say, because the last event I was at had like over 200 people at, and I was like, oh my God, this is still in its infancy. Yeah. This is crazy.
Imagine what could happen when it really hits its stride.
And the other thing I want to talk about you and Kevin a little bit here too, is because you're going to find SB Elevate and SB Elevate people around things happening and making a difference in Chula Vista. maybe you won't come out that bold and say that, but I will say that as your friend, but also I see it. I've seen you at Casa Hacienda. I see you at other chamber events, as well as just out in the community. You're at ribbon cuttings, you're at business launches. There's also the online networking event that happens once a month. You guys did an AI symposium at the library. You guys are really out there doing all this.
So we try to make it as simple and accessible as possible. And one of the best ways to kind of understand what SB Elevate does is what we call our Elevate Exchange, which is the second Wednesday of each month from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. via Zoom. It's free. All you need to register. But when you register, you are required to ask a business question. So this gives you a chance to bring something to the table and say, I've been struggling with this. I've been wondering about this. Does anybody else have this challenge? And we present this to the group. So Kevin doesn't answer all the questions. Kevin facilitates. But we all bring some knowledge to the table. And Kevin will tell you that oftentimes people who are on these calls, these Zoom events, will say, I really didn't think I had a problem with that until you brought it up. And now I realize I actually do have a problem with that. And now I have a solution. Mm-hmm. So I invite everybody who sees this to reach out to us. We'll send you the link to register. It's the second Wednesday of each month. Again, it's free. You just need to register, and then you'll get a link to it. And come and just share who you are and learn maybe some best practices for your business. So that's something we do monthly. You touched about the AI workshop that we had last October. Well, mark your calendars because the 15th of March this year, we're doing a business development and networking event, again, free. It'll be at the Chula Vista Main Library Auditorium. And it'll be in the evening. Doors open at 5:30. You just need to register to show up, but you'll learn how to develop business in this community and also how to properly network. I'm going to use a quick analogy because I think this is so powerful. And again, I'm going to steal a lot from Kevin because Kevin is a man of tremendous wisdom and he is really my mentor. But think of yourself in a room of people and you are networking. And in simplistic terms, there are two types of people in that room. There is a honeybee and a mosquito. And you need to decide which one are you going to be. Now, the honeybee is a pollinator. It is going to meet people, learn things, and share that knowledge and go share that with other people. So, yes, they are looking for something for themselves, but they're also looking out for people they've met. So they're pollinating the room, which is a good thing. Then there's the mosquito. The mosquito, and we've all seen them, they show up and they're just looking for business right now and they're just going to suck the life out of you and leave. So we practice and we teach on being the pollinator.
Yeah.
Right? That's just one of many of the practices we'll discuss at this, including how to develop business. Again, there's nobody better that I know who can demonstrate and show how to develop business than Kevin Marshall.
Wow.
It's worth the price of admission, which is free, but it's worth it. Trust me.
I love that. I'm thinking of several. So first of all, this is on March 15th.
Wednesday, March 15th.
For all you literature nerds, that's the Ides of March. I just wanted to squeak that in there.
Oh.
Hey, literature dork over here. Well, not really. Let's take it easy. I know what the Ides of March is. That's about it. It starts and stops right there. The next thing, though, is I want to talk about the importance of doing things in person, too, because I know we have the Elevate Exchange, which is by Zoom, but your career here in town was built on being networked and well-connected in person and doing things alongside other people. That's why I am so encouraged that even on Saturday the 31st, this event's in person. Right. We have panelists coming. We have people that are going to be teaching on specific things nutritionally, financially, business-wise. We have nonprofits coming. I want you to, because you've done this for decades, I want you to talk about the importance of being visible in the business community and how that lends itself towards more, building credibility and trust, which ultimately affects profit.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So in business development and networking, number one, you have to be in it to win it. You have to be dedicated and committed. So a lot of small businesses that we coach that are just starting in business and they don't know where to start, we kind of set them on a path of places to go. First Friday Breakfast, Chamber Mixers, SB Elevate Mixers, and other groups. And then decide which groups you fit best with and then invest in those groups for the long term. I wouldn't be sitting here today talking to you with the measured amount of success I've had if I didn't commit to things long term. And I really give credit to Lourdes Valdez, my branch manager at First Bank in Wells Fargo, who taught that, because we've seen it. I've seen it. When I started my business in 2013 in publishing, and I needed to look for resources, the first thing I did is I looked back to people I'd met when I was a business banker networking to use for business, my payroll service, my publishing, advertising. And there's where you start. But surprisingly, so many of the people that I went back to look for that I thought now I can finally do business with were gone.
Oh.
Why? Because they gave up on themselves. They had a short-term view of their success. If you are in this market in South Bay, I'm going to give you a secret. And this secret is proven by Andy, myself, and about any other successful business person you'll meet who's networked in South Bay and Chula Vista. Be patient. Keep coming back. Keep going. Keep attending. Keep networking, sharing. One of these days, you're going to get up and say, I don't know if I want to go to that event. And you're going to doubt yourself and you're going to doubt your attendance. That's the day you go. That's the day you go, because that day will be the day that someone's going to walk up to you and say, oh my gosh, Andy, I've been looking for you. I have this referral for you.
Right.
I've been wanting to do business with you.
Oh, man. So many times that's happened. I know.
So please, I know it sounds crazy, but trust me.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
And I know to people who are like, look, I have friends who even film here with us. Like, well, look, I'm introverted. But I don't ever know when someone's going to need the thing I have a solution for.
Right.
It's when they tell me that they need the help that I have the solution I can apply to it. It doesn't matter what career I've had, what industry I've been in. I'm waking up every day and I have no idea who might need my help today. Just a minute ago, we're talking about even looking in retirement. Me and Kevin we're constantly getting called for people. And you don't know who's going to call you on a Tuesday or a Friday and ask you a business question. Whether you're in business or you're retired, we all know this is a part of how the deal works when you're an entrepreneur and you're in business. You don't know who's going to call all the time. And that's also my emphasis and my encouragement to you is like, I'm not sure if I should go. I'm not sure if I should attend. I don't know whether you should be there or not. And you won't know until you go too. So come and meet me. Come and meet people at SB Elevate. Come and meet all the other vendors that are coming to Casa Hacienda, because there are people that you probably didn't know you might need in your life. But when you see it and you witness it and you talk to somebody, they might actually have a solution that you might be silently suffering through a problem in your business life, your personal life, or your finances. And there's actually someone there who's giving of their time and their skill set and their, I'll say, prowess to actually guide and aid you in. So please, as my Andy in the corner yelling into the camera, get there. Get there on Saturday 31st. Come and hang out with us. Come and learn something that's going to help you. And also, if you are in a position where what you do is important and critical to sharing with others that elevates the community, we need you there too as a contributor. This isn't just a takers take right. situation. We don't need a lot of mosquitoes. We're not looking for mosquitoes. We're looking for these pollinators to come too, where we can mutually grow and share with one another. So please get yourself there.
And to kind of circle back to the wellness part, health in business translate a lot to health and family. We both know the number one cause of separation, divorce is finances. And oftentimes I've seen businesses who's failed also affect their family life. And that really, I've seen that happen personally to friends of mine. And I wouldn't want it to happen to anybody else. So we have a stake, not just in you as a business, but also in your life. And we want to make sure that, if you come to us for help and we say, you're not ready. So for those of you who believe in, let's say, prayer, okay, when you pray, you're going to get one of three answers, right? Yes, no, not now, right? When you come to us, we might have that same thing. Yes, you're ready to start a business.
Yeah.
No, you're not ready to start a business. Not now.
Yeah.
Because we would rather you be mad at us because we told you no than for you to lose your life savings and have all that affects it after that.
Yep.
We're okay with that. But we'll never lie to you. We'll always tell you the truth based on experience because we want you to succeed.
A dishonest yes can hurt you more than an honest no.
That's right.
I don't know how more simply I could put that, but I have experienced that and witnessed that, and I've been on the other side of it. Now I'm on the other side of it too, and I love it. I'm much more I'm much more comfortable nowadays and competent in knowing that that is true for me as a business person. I'm glad you said that. Thank you for saying that. Sometimes, well, I don't say it's hard or easy, but I think sometimes we don't want to hear that, right? But like, who else is going to tell you? Like, someone's got to tell you. If they see something, if they see you going awry, or they see you about to make some bad choice that's going to hurt your company, someone's got to tell you. Because if they don't tell you, I'd question how loving is that.
Well, let me share something about myself, because I'm a very transparent person, and so is our organization, our board members, our membership. My first business experience in 2002 cost me $50,000. Yeah. Why? Because of all the things I mentioned before, all 3 reasons why. Okay. I was not prepared. I had money, I had an idea, but I really didn't work it well. And it cost me $50,000 at the end. However, I called that a $50,000 education. After that, I entered the business world of banking and learned a lot. I was coached and mentored by people who knew business and learned a lot. So when I went back into business in 2013, I knew a lot more. What I also learned was that when you start a business, it's very emotional. And that can be dangerous. You want to dream, by all means, but you want to be realistic about that dream. And many times working with business owners, they get wrapped up in the dream and they don't look at the red flags. And we're here to kind of help you identify those red flags, to still support their dream, but also be prepared to understand that it may just be a dream at this time, and there's things that you may need to do to make that dream a reality.
Wow.
So again, SB Elevate, as educators, coaches, mentors, and advocates, we want you to succeed. But we're going to tell you the truth, and it may not be what you want to hear, and we're okay with that. Because we're SB Elevate, we mean business.
That's so awesome. I love that. Thank you for saying it that way, and being vulnerable and sharing your own story too. People who have known you for a long time have heard that, but people who don't know you at all are hearing about you for the first time, hearing your voice the first time on this interview. True stories go a long way.
Yeah.
In helping other people avoid the same fate and outcome. Yeah. So there's things we can learn from our elders and those who have gone before us. So, and thank you for being someone in my life who always tells me the truth. Off camera, guys, off camera. You always told me the truth and what I needed to hear, whether it was popular or not. So thank you for being a good friend in that way. Thank you for starting SB Elevate with Kevin and helping other business owners here in Chula Vista. I'm really excited for 2026 for SB Elevate. I'm really glad to see this working relationship between SB Elevate and Casa, Hacienda as well. I'm very excited for everything that's happening on Saturday the 31st. Michael, thank you so much for coming to here today to talk about this with everybody. I don't know. I'm probably overstating it, but I'm just very encouraged by the quality and standard of people I see coming to this thing. And that's not just me saying that because the cameras are on. Like, I have had 9 interviews here already, and every single one of them has like shocked me or like made an impact on me. And I'm like, I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't know they were going to say that. This person's coming. Like the pedigree for what our attendees and our vendors and our speakers is top notch, man. Yeah.
It is a wonderful event, but it's also a wonderful venue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just as unique as this event is, if you haven't been to Casa, it's nothing like SB Elevate. There's nothing like SB Elevate. People say, I've never heard anything like this.
Right.
We're very unique.
Yeah.
Casa Sur is just as unique.
Yeah.
The venue is not your traditional conference room, right?
It's so cool.
I'm not going to give it away, but if you really are just on the fence about going to this event, please step faith, go to it. I promise you're going to love it. It'll be a great experience, and you will leave motivated, encouraged, more knowledgeable, and refreshed, because the whole venue kind of gives you that refreshed feeling.
Yeah, it just fosters all that, doesn't it?
It does.
It just fosters all that, and people leave with actual solutions and practicality for things they can go and implement right away in their life, personally and professionally. Like, I don't know, you're right. I don't think I don't know firsthand that I've seen anything just like it in Chula Vista. So, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Michael, thank you for being here. I'm going to put in the description box of this video all the contact information for SB Elevate.
Yes.
If you'd like to check out the website for SB Elevate, if you want to register for an upcoming session with SB Elevate, we'd love to have you with Elevate Exchange. Sorry, I was going to say Elevate Exchange. Second Wednesday of every month, you'll find Michael there. You'll find Kevin there. You're going to find me there too. So thank you, Michael, for inviting me into that process. Thank you for coming here today. And once again, for helping sponsor this event at Casa Chula Hacienda.
You bet. So again, for small businesses, you don't have to be a member to access a consultation with us and some of our services. You can reach me personally at president@sbelevate.org. That's president@sbelevate.org. Please, if you've got a business question or you're struggling, reach out to me. We'll do the best we can. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you.
Awesome. Well, Michael, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on Saturday, January 31st. Bye.